win did for this, just in terms of confidence. And I know you said in the past this has been a confident group, but when you're able to snap that streak and have the success you did on Saturday, what do you think it did for this group?
I don't know. I mean, we played well. We played better. We did the things necessary they prepared well. We just played better. We didn't make a bunch of grievous errors, and I mean, I don't know about confidence, but it at the end of the day, it shows them what they're capable of when they executed it and focus and do the things that are necessary to win football games. I mean, like I said before, I don't buy into all the confidence and it's black and white. You either execute or you don't. You either do it or you don't. And we did it Saturday, and it just shows them what we're capable of. And comes at a good time. We're going to play a good football team Saturday. Well coached, always are. I mean, the kids they're gonna execute at a high level. We're going to have to execute at a high level.
Well, you've had a pretty good formula against this team. The last two home games here, same score, 27-24. So do you feel, that formula? I know that's in the past, but
yeah, I mean, it's a different teams, different year. We're gonna have to play well. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You got to count on their best shot, and they're going to play well. And you got to play physical. You got to play smart. You got to be disciplined against this group, and you need to execute at a high level. But playing it. We lost. We've lost. We haven't. We got to play better than we have to get over the top. And got a lot of respect for this team and their program, and their coaching staff does a hell of a job, and kids play hard, and you got to be ready to match that.
You were able to run the ball and execute, on offense against Western Illinois. How important was that to be able to do that against Western, knowing that you're going to have to be able to do that this Saturday against State?
Yeah, we're going to have to be able to run the football and keep them off balance, run and throw, have good balance. Carl did some things last week offensively that he helped. That Carl was really instrumental in the plan last Saturday, and I thought he did a really good job. And we're going to have the same type of plan and level of execution against this team that we did last week. And be efficient. Keep yourself out of third and long. That means being able to run the ball. When the shots are there, you take them. And but you got to execute. And I think the plan's coming together, and it comes down to blocking and tackling, and who's gonna fundamentally play better. And that's what it comes down to in a game like this.
I know you're not a big rah-rah guy. I mean, obviously this team, their record speaks for itself. Their winning streak. Can you kind of sense, there's some excitement? Guys are up a little bit more because of just who they are.
I haven't really seen our guys much in the last, since Sunday, and they know. I mean, our guys respect it. I mean, how can you not? You cannot respect the success this team's had, and our team knows what they're up against, and they know what's required, and I think they'll answer the bell.
You say you've got a lot of respect for this program. What do they do well? Because they've had a few coaches, come through during this big successful run with the national championship. So what is it about this program that works so well?
Well, I think that, get outside of the funding and all the different things that they do, the support they get, that's all pretty special for this level of football. And but they have a system, and they kind of know what they want to do. They've kind of kept it in house as far as when they've had they've had continuity. And they kind of know they have their system, and they run it at a high level. And I think that's a testament to good football teams and good programs. Is they're gonna do their stuff. They're gonna run what they run, and they're gonna make you stop it. And they'll have their answers, but they have their beliefs, and they execute really well. The kids have a good understanding of what they're doing and what they're trying to do, and they get good. And they have a high level of execution. And, they have good players.
Well, you've always said it's more about what you guys do, same thing for this week, obviously.
Yeah, always. You gotta execute. And you gotta, take it from the meeting room to the practice field to the game field, and play at a high level. It's nothing magical in a situation like this. Or in a game like this. The team that makes the most plays is going to win the football game, and you kind of know. In the back of my mind, I kind of know, what plays. It's going to come down to, obviously you got to play every play against this team. Heck, they were I was just watched. They had a heck of a game against South Dakota State, and coach, he made a ballsy call. It went for 4th and 1 on his own 29, and guy goes maybe 71 yards, something like that. They made the play. South Dakota State didn't, and you tip your hat to them. And but that's what it comes down to. You got to put yourself in position, and when that time comes to make a play, you better make a play. There are going to be some, you better get guys on the ground. You got to have to break some tackles. You're going to have to win 50-50 balls on both sides of the football, and when you're in those situations, you got to win. You got to make the plays.
Their winning streak. You've coached at so many different levels, so many good teams. Can you appreciate what it takes to get through that number of games in a row without losing? And with that being said, how much do you think it means to this program and to your guys to be the team that ends that streak?
Well, it's hard. Winning's hard. They've. I think they're at that point in their program where I shouldn't say it's never easy. It's hard, but when the longer you do it, you have continuity that's been going on. I don't even know when Coach Bowles kind of started there. When was that? 20 years. Seems like forever. So they've been doing it for a long time. And with winning, the culture continues to build. The winning's about culture, and they have a strong culture there, and they have great leadership. And like I said, they're well coached. They have their coaches do a one heck of a job, it's a good program, from top to bottom. I said it last year, and I'll say it again. I have a ton of respect for forget about the winning streak and all that, but from a coaching standpoint, I tip my hat to them. They know what they're doing, and they do a really good job.
I'm guessing they haven't changed much from the last coach to this coach, schematically.
No, defensively, obviously they're the same, and but they're always tweaking things. But they, what they do, they mask it, and they do a really good job with it. But they're going to run what they run, and I think back to, all the success I had growing up in high school playing for Coach Butchie, and we did what we did, said stop it, and we would always tweak things here and there, but fundamentally, coaching-wise, we were really good, and the culture was there, the belief was there. So, it's a heck of a formula, and like I said, they're not going to beat themselves. You got to go beat this football team. That's that going in.
So obviously you'd like to play a perfect game. There's no such things, but it's got to be a pretty efficient game for you.
Yeah, they're not going to play perfect, and we're not going to play perfect. I don't think anybody's ever played the perfect game, but you got to play well, and we got to make more plays than they do, and we got to be physical for 4 quarters. They're going to be physical. You got to match your physicality, and you got to play well in all 3 phases.
They've done a pretty good job of stopping the run. Anything specific they've done to lead to that, or is it just more about being sound and making plays?
They're sound, like I said. They're sound in what they do. They make plays, and no, I don't. I think they're good up front. I mean, they're like I said, they're well coached. They're where they're supposed to be, most of the time. Like I'm sure their coaches will say the same thing, that every now and then that yeah, they screw up too at times, but they execute at a pretty high level.
What about this quarterback? I was looking at his numbers. He's run for a ton of yards, but his pass numbers are pretty good too. Do they do a lot of design quarterback runs? Is that why he has the kind of yardage?
Yeah, they've always done that, and with him probably a little bit more. They're letting him grow into the position, I think, and they're being smart about it. They're leaning on their running game. They're taking their shots when they can, and he throws a good ball. I think they're limiting a little bit of the concepts that they're asking him to throw, but he'll grow into the position, and he'll be a really good. He'll just continue to get better. He's a good player now. He'll just keep getting better, and I think his skill set really fits their offense, and they utilize his skill set well.
You guys fairly healthy coming out of last week?
Very healthy.
Yeah.
We're healthy, and hopefully we'll stay that way this week. And our kids are like I said, they're excited to play the team. They respect this football team. I mean, obviously, and I think our kids are looking forward to playing this game.
What's the thing about linebacker? Cox?
Really good player.
Yeah.
I think he's been here since I was in grade school. He's been playing for North Dakota State, but I think he's an NFL guy. I think he's really good in coverage. He's a good open field tackler. I can't say, I'd be hard pressed to say that, I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I don't know what the NFL guys look for, but how you don't watch this kid on film and say that you'd want this kid on your football team. You don't know much about football if anybody says that. He's a good football player.
I think the one thing that always stuck out with me is the physicality. And you guys are a physical team that played, physical at times. Do you feel like you can match that?
Yeah, we need to. We have to. We got to win. It's going to be a physical game. I mean, they're going to come after us. We got to, match that physicality, overcome that physicality, and try to be the more physical football team. And not just some of the time, for 4 quarters. And they test you in that regards. And if you don't, you're going to have a long night. And that's the reality of it. And so that's what you got to prepare to do.